Things you have to know about the circulatory system. The circulatory system carries substances around the body. These substances are carried in a liquid called blood. Blood is made up of a few different things. Most of the liquid is plasma. There are red blood cells which carry oxygen and white blood cells that fight disease. This is an image of some blood which is the different parts separated. The yellow fraction is the plasma, the red section is the red blood cells. Blood transports nutrients like glucose, and it also transports carbon dioxide. These dissolve in the plasma. It also transports oxygen, and the red blood cells transport oxygen using a red substance called hemoglobin. Red blood cells are unusual shape. They're called biconcave. I'll start that one again. Red blood cells are an unusual shape. It's called a biconcave disc. Concave means it's dented in, bi means two, and a disc means they're round. This shape gives them a large surface area, so it's easier for oxygen to move in and out of the cell. It also means it can fold up to fit through capillaries, whereas a ball-shaped cell couldn't, and sometimes they need to do that. Hemoglobin is the red substance which is very good at attaching to oxygen, and it's also very good at handing that oxygen onto cells. You have to know the sort of word equation for that, which is oxygen plus hemoglobin gives you a substance called oxyhemoglobin. White blood cells don't carry anything. White blood cells are part of your immune system that helps fight disease. Diseases can be caused by organisms called pathogens. These are things like bacteria, viruses, or fungi. There are two types of white blood cells, phagocytes and lymphocytes. Phagocytes engulf pathogens, and no matter how tempting it is, in the exam, do not write eat pathogens. They engulf them. That's the word you have to use. Lymphocytes produce Y-shaped chemicals called antibodies, which stick the pathogens together. Different pathogens need different antibodies, which is why it takes your body a while to deal with a new pathogen. But if you've had a virus before, your immune system remembers it and you can make the antibodies quickly. Hearts pump blood around the body. Mammal hearts have 4 spaces in them called chambers. Chambers come in 2 types. Ventricles are at the bottom and do the hard work. Atria are at the top and are more like a waiting place for the blood. The left ventricle does more work than the right, so that's why it's got a thicker muscle. There are valves between the chambers and they stop the blood going the wrong way. There are similar valves where the blood leaves the ventricles. Veins take blood into the heart and they have in their name. Arteries take blood away from the heart, so they start with A. The vena cava is the main vein bringing blood into the heart from the body. This blood doesn't have oxygen in it. The pulmonary artery takes blood away from the heart to the lungs, and that doesn't have oxygen in it either. The pulmonary vein brings blood from the lungs to the heart, and the aorta is the main artery taking blood away from the heart to the body. In both cases, they are carrying oxygenated blood. There are 3 types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart at high pressure. Because it's high pressure, arteries need a thick muscular wall. Veins, on the other hand, they carry blood into the heart, and it's been around the body, so it's at low pressure. They have valves to stop the blood flowing the wrong way. Capillaries are the smallest blood vessels. They've got very thin walls, so it's easier for oxygen, glucose, and other substances to pass in and out of them. And we got it just in time before these guys came along and walked into shot.